Welcome back to the 2022 KBRF Radio News Debate. My name is Sarah Duffy, and I am your moderator today. Today's debates have included candidates for Ottertail County Commissioner Board positions from Districts 2 and 3, and now we will hear from our District 4 candidates. The Ottertail County Board of Commissioners is comprised of 5 commissioners from 5 districts. District 1 includes the northeast area of the county. District 2 includes the northwest part of the county. District 3 is comprised of the southwest portion of the county, and District 4 is comprised of the southeast area. District 5 includes the city of Fergus Falls. Each commissioner is elected by the people in his or her district and serves a 4-year term. The commissioners are responsible for examining and setting budgets, policies, and numerous other county business. Our third and final debate, as I just mentioned, will be the candidates from District 4. Each debate today, including this one, will be 30 minutes. District 1 and District 5 are not up for re-election this term. At the outset, I would request that our candidates and everyone in the audience be respectful to one another. To ensure a fair and objective debate, questions have been provided to the candidates ahead of today's debate. I will not be taking any questions from the audience today. We will open each debate by providing the candidates with 2 minutes to provide an opening statement. We will then go into our questions. There are 4 questions for each of you today. Each candidate will be provided 2 minutes to answer each question. And if a candidate would like to provide a rebuttal answer, please just raise your hand to indicate to me that you would like to, and I will allow up to 30 seconds for a rebuttal. All rebuttals are to be made while affording due respect to your fellow opponent. After our questions, candidates will be provided 2 minutes for a closing statement. We will use a 2-card system today indicating the time remaining to answer each question. A member of our program staff will hold up a yellow card to indicate 60 seconds remaining and a red card to indicate fewer than 10 seconds remaining. All time limits will be enforced today, so please adhere to these guidelines. Lastly, to be heard by the audience beyond the debate room, know that the microphones will only amplify sounds that are directly in front of them. So please make sure that you are facing the microphone when you speak and that you are speaking loudly and within a reasonable distance from the microphone. Now that we have laid the foundation for the basic procedure for today's debate, we will begin with our District 4 candidates. In District 4, we have our incumbent, Betty Murphy, and our candidate, Robert Lahman. Commissioner Murphy, I will start with you to provide an opening statement.
Thank you, and hello. Thank you for organizing this event. Dave Bishop with KBRF, Layton Broadcasting, Sarah Duffy, and everybody else involved. I am running for re-election for District 4 to continue doing my part to build a county government that returns value to taxpayers with good choices, quality services, along with efficient and effective county employees. Our county government can meet our needs while being good stewards of our tax dollars. My husband Tom and I have owned and operated our sales business for over 30 years and have 5 grown children. Business ownership creates many learning opportunities that help my everyday decision making, and family teaches me everything, every time, every day. I currently serve as the District 4 County Commissioner and have learned a great deal about important Ottertail County issues. Within the county, I sit on the Board of Directors for Mahabi Ottawa, the Ottertail Problem Solving Courts, West Central Regional Juvenile Center, Chippewa River Joint Powers, the Viking Library, Housing Redevelopment Authority, and the Prairie Lakes Municipal Solid Waste Authority. My experiences on these boards have allowed me to know and work with key people and businesses in our community. I pride myself on building relationships that find and implement solutions rather than just talk about the problems. I am compassionate about what I do. I have worked hard to be fair to all and educate myself on the issues. Ottertail County is a beautiful place to live, work, and play. It is important to me to work hard to persevere, to protect what we all enjoy for generations to come.
Thank you, Commissioner Murphy. Mr. Lahman.
I'm Robert Lahman, Parker's Prairie, Eastern Township. I have lived there all my life, worked, farmed. I was a member of the Parkers Prairie Hospital Board, Parkers Prairie Commercial Club, JC's, owned and operated 2 businesses. I was on the Eastern Township Board for 23 years. I've learned a lot about our infrastructure and bridges, and I've done some training for planning and zoning. Lifetime member of the FFA alumni, and I've lived and worked in the area all my life, and I'd like to help represent the area.
Thank you, Mr. Lahman. We will now go into our questions. Our first question will start with Commissioner Murphy. Attracting and retaining workers is a top priority and challenge for businesses in our county. Employers are increasing wages, investing in training, creating flexible work schedules, supporting housing and childcare to retain their workforce. What strategies or ideas would you support to help employers to conquer these challenges?
We have actively been working on strategies and ideas supporting our employers in the workforce. On our OTC website, we have added a jobs portal that was launched this year. This portal provides over 1,000 job openings with many employment options. Recently, we added another tool to the toolbox titled the K-12 Navigator. This program matches interests of high school students with employers seeking to fill needed positions. Our K-12 Navigator is open to all students and employers. We also have, actually on October 28th, from 8:30 to 2:30, we've got a youth workforce navigation career pathway field trip. This one concentrates more on the advanced manufacturing. It'll be a field trip to K&L Brands in Perham, Brunswick Lund Boats in New York Mills, Shoremaster right here in Fergus Falls. Field trips like this can help give an insight to students with real-life workforce opportunities. Expanding broadband is extremely important to attracting and retaining new workers. Whether working remotely or improving the quality of life, today's workforce values high-quality broadband access. We have built strong relationships and made financial commitments to local broadband providers to meet our growing broadband needs. We also have another date, the 26th of October, in Ottertail at Thumper Pond, the Ottertail County Workforce Summit. So I invite you to that as well.
Thank you. Mr. Lahman.
I think we need to capitalize on our lifestyle and recreations in this area. I think our kids need to have a broader view of what's going on in the communities and to work with the public, and our county has done a pretty good job, I thought, as far as in representing the county to the public and to try and get more employment and more employers to the area. Thank you.
Thank you. Our second question will come back to Mr. Lahman. First, how do you view Ottertail County's regulatory system? Do you believe we can have a strong economy and a strong environmental protections, or do you see those goals at odds with each other?
I believe they can coincide. Overall, I think we have a good system in place. I do believe that a robust economy and a strong environment are all good things. I think that the county has done a pretty good job of keeping them robust and working together. And I think they create jobs for people in both portions. So I think we've done a good job in the county, and I would like to see it continue.
Thank you. Commissioner Murphy.
Having a strong economy and environmental protections are not at odds in Ottertail County. We completely understand how important maintaining our environment is to the health of our county's economy. Our environment is our way of life here. We do not have countywide zoning, which is less restrictive. We do have legislative authority in having to protect our waters and our lakes. We have updated our shoreland management ordinance. In trying to create a balance, We need to respect private property and their right to use their land as they so desire, along with the need to protect our natural resources for all of Ottertail County. Ottertail County has 1,048 lakes, as mentioned previously, and we need to protect them.
Thank you. Our third question today will come back to Commissioner Murphy. As of July 1, 2022, Minnesotans who are at least 21 years old can lawfully purchase and consume edible and drinkable products containing hemp-derived THC, the primary intoxicant found in cannabis plants. A moratorium on the sale of hemp-derived THC food and beverages, including products with Delta-9 and Delta-8, is being considered by the Ottertail County Board of Commissioners. What is your position on the possible moratorium and the county's role in regulating the sale of these products?
Well, I too will have to echo back to Commissioner Johnson and Commissioner Mortensen's comments. So we have scheduled a public hearing on this very topic, and it would really be inappropriate for me to comment prior to the public hearing as a county commissioner currently.
Thank you. Mr. Lahman.
I've talked to a lot of local people about it, and there's kind of a really mixed bag of views on it. There's a lot of people who agree with the use of it and the business it can create and the tax revenue it could possibly create. But then there is a law enforcement issue that goes along with it, and they're very complicated. And that's my view on it, and I think we got to see what the public decides.
Thank you. We'll come back to you for our final question today. Ottertail County has a long history of division. East and West County fairs, plus many other things, are duplicated. As a county commissioner, what role would you play and how would you work toward a greater collaboration among the board members, ensuring all communities are represented and supported?
I think Ottertail County is a very diverse county in that we have two completely different land types. The western part of the county is more of a crop and big farmer type communities. Eastern Ottertail is more of a dairy and beef cattle and pasturing livestock. It's a totally different, and I think it's hard to make them both the same. And that's why I think the county was divided to begin with, is because of the agriculture part of it. But I think we need to do a better job of working together and getting a better representation at the county level of the whole area. Right now, we're pretty centrally located, the commissioners around Fergus Falls. We're not represented way in the eastern part, and I think that's an issue that needs to be corrected. Thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Murphy.
Yeah, commissioners I have served with have been very strong advocates for all of Ottertail County. If I receive a call from another constituent in another district, it is not a problem for me to help out or to communicate with that commissioner that's within that district, and we all work together, and that's something that I really value a lot with our board currently here. We have been a supporter of both county fairs, and in fairness, it is likely more convenient and prosperous for East and West to have separate events. We are the 6th largest county in the state of Minnesota. There are many miles between the east side of the county to the west side, as well as the north and south ends of the county. Recently, we closed county offices in New York Mills and consolidated our services into one location in Fergus Falls. Consolidating our government services has been a good change for the citizens of Ottertail County. The same goes for the East Ottertail Soil and Water Conservation District and the West Ottertail County Soil and Water Conservation District. We have two different areas, and it's much easier and easily accessible for the constituents, and we keep the people of Ottertail County in mind with making things easier for them as well.
Thank you. We will conclude our debate today by each candidate providing a closing statement. As I said at the outset of the debate, you'll have 2 minutes to provide a closing statement. We will start with Mr. Laumann.
I believe when we did redistricting, we did a disservice to the county this last time. It was not a fair redistricting. My district in District 4 doesn't represent the far eastern part of the district. I think the county proposals from Wayne Stein Treasurer Auditor were much better proposals than what we adopted. Thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Murphy, your closing statement?
Yes, I am here for the constituents of Ottertail County. Always have been, always will be. I find out what is working, what is not working, and I always look for solutions. I'm not afraid to dig in and try different ideas and approaches. I love our county, and I thoroughly enjoy meeting and talking to the people. I want what's best for the people in Ottertail County. I encourage everyone to reach out to your area commissioners on ideas, on concerns one may have. Our phone numbers, our email addresses are all on the county website. I'd like to thank you again for having us. It's great to live and serve in Ottertail County. Thank you for considering me as your District 4 County Commissioner.
Thank you, Commissioner Murphy. Thank you, Mr. Lahman. Thanks to both of you today for your heartfelt answers to the questions and informing the public on your positions on these topics. That will conclude our Ottertail County Commissioner debate today. On behalf of Layton Broadcasting and News Talk 1250 KBRF Radio, I would like to thank all of our candidates and all of our listeners today for tuning in to the debate. We will have debates again on Thursday and Friday this week for the City of Fergus Falls City Council candidates. So please either join us on the radio live or at the City Council chambers at City Hall here in Fergus Falls. Again, thank you to everybody.